Hello everyone, I hope you're having a great day. Today we're diving into a moment that could change everything. While Jack is fighting to save the biggest contract of his life, Tu Tien's hidden illness suddenly gets worse at home, and he may discover the truth at the worst possible time. Will he choose the deal or the woman he loves? If you enjoy emotional, dramatic stories like this, don't forget to subscribe so you won't miss the next video. Morning comes in cold and quiet. Jack wakes up fast, already thinking about one thing: the meeting that could rescue his partnership with Minh after the warehouse fire and the workers quitting. He sits up and listens to the house. Tu Tien is asleep, curled around Anna. Their daughter is 15 months old, hair tied into two small braids that never stay neat for long. Seeing them like this makes Jack breathe a little easier until he notices the contract folder on the chair and the tightness returns. He dresses quickly in the hallway, clean shirt, dark pants, blazer. In the kitchen, Tu Tien is already up, making tea. Anna is awake too, sitting on a mat by the door, hugging a stuffed turtle and trying to feed it a plastic cup. "You didn't have to wake up early," Jack says. "If you leave without eating, your nerves will win," Tu Tien replies, sliding him a bowl of porridge. Jack eats, but his mind keeps racing. Officer Thu's calls, the two arson suspects still at large, Minh pausing cooperation, and the money pressure hanging over everything. Tu Tien sits across from him and smiles, calm on the outside. Jack notices the little signs he's been trying to ignore: how tired her eyes look, how she rubs her wrist like it itches, how she turns her face away too quickly when she wipes her nose. "You'll do well," she says. "You know your work." "And you?" Jack asks quietly. "You've been off lately." "It's just the weather," she answers too fast. "Don't worry about me today." Anna waddles over with both arms raised, demanding to be picked up. Jack lifts her, kisses her forehead, and she leans into him like she's collecting comfort before her day begins. He looks at Tu Tien over Anna's head. "Promise me," he murmurs. "If you feel strange, you call Mum, or you call me." Tu Tien nods. "Go. Save your contract." Jack steps outside and starts his white car. As he drives away, he sees Tu Tien in the doorway with Anna on her hip, waving slowly. The image sticks with him all the way into town. The cafe is warm, full of small noises, cups clinking, quiet talk, a radio playing low. Minh representative arrives, sharp suit, steady eyes. They shake hands and sit. Jack opens his folder like it's a shield. He speaks plainly. What happened, what he's already fixed, what he will control moving forward. He doesn't beg, he owns the problem and offers a plan. The representative asks hard questions about timelines, safety, manpower and funding. Jack answers cleanly and keeps his voice steady even when his stomach twists. Then Jack's phone vibrates. Tu Tien. He glances down, then flips it face down. Not because he doesn't care, because he's scared that caring will crack him at the wrong second. It vibrates again and again. Jack's focus splits. He keeps nodding at the table, but his mind is already at home, replaying Tu Tien's too quick smile. At the house, Tu Tien tries to keep the day normal. Anna follows her everywhere, as always, into the yard, into the kitchen, to the chicken coop. Tu Tien feeds the chickens, checks the banana bunches, and sweeps the porch while Anna helps by dragging a tiny broom and making serious toddler noises. Tu Tien bends to lift a bucket, and the world tilts. A sudden buzz behind her eyes, dizziness so strong she grips the porch rail. She forces a breath, counts slowly, and tries to stand straight. Anna notices immediately and toddles closer, tugging Tu Tien's sweater. "Me?" Anna whispers. "I'm okay," Tu Tien lies, forcing a smile. "Just stood up too fast." Then her nose tingles. She wipes once, casual. When she looks at her fingertips, there's red. Her heart jumps, not because of the blood, but because Anna is staring at her face, trying to understand. Tu Tien turns to the sink, washes her hands and presses tissue to her nose. She talks brightly to distract Anna, pointing at the turtle, making everything into a game. The bleeding stops, but the weakness stays like a weight. By late morning, Anna falls asleep on the mat with her stuffed turtle. Tu Tien sits beside her and feels the room spin again, slower this time, like a warning that won't leave. She reaches for her phone. Calling Jack would explode his meeting. She can already picture him, panic first, then guilt, then the way he would drop everything and run. She can't do that to him today. So she calls Mother Ly. "Me?" Tu Tien says softly. "Can you come over? I just need someone here for Anna while I rest." Mother Ly's voice turns sharp with worry. "What happened?" "Just tired," Tu Tien says, swallowing the truth. "Please." "I'm coming," Mother Ly replies. "Chu dung too." Tu Tien ends the call and quickly takes a small bottle of medicine from where she hid it. She swallows, then hides it again like she's erasing evidence. When Mother Ly and Chu Dung arrive, one look at Tu Tien's face is enough. Mother Ly's eyes flick to the tissue on the counter and a faint red stain near the sink.
"You're not just tired," Mother Ly says. Tu Tien's throat tightens. "Please don't tell Jack." "This is not something you hide," Mother Ly answers, voice low but firm. "Not today," Tu Tien whispers. "Let him finish. Just let him finish." Back at the cafe, Jack's phone buzzes again. A missed call, then a voicemail notification from Tu Tien's number. Jack's chest goes cold. He tilts the phone and taps play with the volume barely up. Mother Ly's voice leaks through, urgent and quiet. "There's blood. She told me not to call you. I'm here now. Finish your meeting, but come home right after." Jack freezes. The representative is still talking, listing conditions for reopening the partnership. Jack nods automatically, but the words blur.
All he can see is Tu Tien waving from the doorway this morning, like everything was fine. In one sharp moment, Jack understands what's been happening. While he's fighting for the biggest project of his life, Tu Tien has been fighting something alone. He lowers the phone, forces his face steady, and looks up across the table. Jack still has to finish this meeting, but now he knows the next conversation he needs to have is not about contracts, funding, or schedules. It's about the secret his wife has been carrying, and whether it's about to break their world again. Jack keeps his face steady through the last minutes of the meeting. The Minh Hung representative flips pages and talks in a calm, structured voice, as if the future is only checklists and timelines. Jack matches that energy, nodding, asking the right questions, repeating the key points so there's no confusion. At the final section, the representative taps the folder. "We're willing to reopen the partnership, but with conditions. Full transparency on material sourcing, stricter inspections, and a timeline buffer. We can't risk surprises." Jack doesn't argue. That's fair. "And the manpower issue?" the man asks. "After the warehouse fire and workers quitting, can your company handle this scale?" Jack's mind flashes through everything. The fire, the missing crews, the two arson suspects Officer Thu is chasing. And then Tu Tien this morning, looking too pale while pretending she was fine. "We can handle it," Jack says. "Give me the standards and I'll meet them. I'll put my name on every checkpoint." The representative studies him, then closes the folder. "We won't sign today, but you took responsibility instead of making excuses. That matters. We'll review the revised terms and get back to you." Not a yes, but not a dead end. They shake hands. The man leaves with a copy of the terms. Jack sits for one beat, staring at the untouched tea, then checks his phone. "Mother Ly, I'm here. She's resting. Anna is okay. Officer Thu, the arson suspects may try to leave town tonight. I'll update you." Jack calls Mother Ly immediately. "She had a nosebleed," Mother Ly says, voice low. "She got dizzy. She's lying down now, but she told me not to call you." Jack closes his eyes. "Please don't let her get up alone." "She keeps saying you have to save the project," Mother Ly adds. "I don't want any project if she's falling apart," Jack says. "I'm coming home." He pays, grabs the folder, and drives back in his white pickup, faster than he should. On the road, one image won't leave him. Tu Tien smoothing his collar, her hand trembling, and him letting it slide because he needed a clean day. Halfway home, Officer Thu calls. "We may need you later," Thu says. "We've narrowed their likely route. But are you okay?" "My wife isn't well," Jack replies. "I'm going home." "Understood," Thu says. "Keep your phone on." When Jack turns into their lane, the dogs bark like an alarm. Inside, Mother Ly is waiting at the table and Uncle Dung stands near the kitchen. Anna is on a mat by the doorway, 15 months old, hair in 2 small braids, quietly chewing a toy and watching everyone. Jack scoops her up. She pats his cheek like she's trying to calm him. "Where is she?" he asks. "In the bedroom," Mother Ly answers. "Resting." Jack carries Anna down the hallway and stops at the door. Tu Tien lies on her side under a blanket. Her eyes are closed, but her breathing is too controlled, like she's listening. The moment Jack steps in, her eyes open. "You're home early," she says, too bright. Jack sets Anna on the bed. Anna crawls straight into Tu Tien's arms. "Me," she murmurs, then grabs Tu Tien's sleeve with both hands like she's anchoring herself. Tu Tien smiles at their daughter, then looks up at Jack. The smile doesn't reach her eyes. Jack sits on the edge of the bed. "Why didn't you tell me?" Tu Tien swallows. "Tell you what?" "Don't," Jack says quietly. "Not today. I didn't want to ruin your meeting," she whispers. "And you thought bleeding and getting dizzy at home was better?" Jack asks. "It was just a nosebleed," she insists. "Winter air." "Mother saw it," Jack says. "And she heard you telling her not to call me." "Why?" Tu Tien's hands clench under the blanket. She stares at the wall for a second, then turns back, eyes glossy. "Because you needed one clean day," she says. Jack's throat tightens. "And you didn't." Her voice breaks. "Jack, I'm scared." Jack reaches for her hand. It's cold, shaky. "How long has this been going on?" Tu Tien doesn't answer. She tries, but the words stick. Jack's eyes drop to the bedside table. No medicine bottles, no papers, but a tissue is tucked half hidden under the edge. He lifts it and sees a faint red stain. Tu Tien freezes, shame flooding her face. "You've been hiding this," Jack says softly. "I didn't want to be another problem," Tu Tien whispers. "You're finally getting your biggest chance. If you lose Minh Hung because of me..." "Stop," Jack says, firm but gentle. "You're my wife, not a problem." Anna senses the tension and hugs Tu Tien tighter. Tu Tien kisses her hair, breathing hard like she's trying not to fall apart. Jack leans in. I can handle money pressure, rivals, fires, missing workers. I can't handle you suffering alone. Tu Tien looks at him like she's confessing a sin.
I didn't want you to choose. Choose what? Jack asks. Me or the project? She says. Jack's phone buzzes. He ignores it, holds her hand tighter. I'm choosing you, he says. If I save the project but lose you, I saved nothing. Tu Tien's shoulders shake. Jack pulls both Tu Tien and Anna into a careful hug. Outside the bedroom, he can hear quiet movement, Mother Ly speaking softly to Uncle Dung, the dogs settling, the whole house holding its breath. Jack stays still until Tu Tien's shaking slows, until Anna relaxes against her mother's chest. When he pulls back, his voice is calm because it has to be. After you rest, we go to the hospital. No more hiding. We do it together. Tu Tien tries to speak, but only nods. Jack's phone buzzes again. This time he checks it.
Officer Thu. New information. A key witness may be in danger. Call me when you can. Jack looks at the message, then at Tu Tien. Pale, exhausted, trying to be strong. He slips the phone back into his pocket, not ignoring the world, just prioritizing the right emergency first. Give me 10 minutes, he murmurs, more to himself than anyone. Then I'll call her. The world is still pulling him in two directions, but the secret is out now, and one thing is clear. No one in this house fights alone anymore. Jack pushes through a meeting with Minh Hung, agreeing to stricter inspections and timelines to revive the partnership. The deal isn't signed yet, but the representative leaves impressed. Outside the room, chaos waits. Officer Thu warns the arson suspects may flee tonight, and Mother Ly says Tu Tien is pale, dizzy, and hiding a nosebleed at home. Jack races back, heart split between the contract and his family. In the bedroom, he finds Tu Tien pretending to sleep while little Anna clings to her. A blood-stained tissue reveals the truth. Tu Tien has been hiding worsening symptoms so Jack can save the project. She finally admits she's scared and doesn't want him to choose. Jack holds her hand and chooses her, insisting they go to the hospital together, just as Officer Thu texts that a key witness may be in danger.